Well, a first question tells us to solve the linear equation, obviously. 4b plus 11 equals to 39. So if you remember, the way to do this, we just did yesterday, is basically moving 11 to the other side. It was our second way to do, first way to do that. We just solved this in two different ways. This is the first way. Make B subject, basically, right? So moving 11 to the other side, we're going to have only 4b equals to 39. Am I going to subtract 11 or add 11? Subtract 11. Reason it's on the left positive. When we move the when we change the position of the right, it's going to be negative, right? Minus 11. So that gives us 4b equals to 28. Obviously, b would be 28 divided by 4. What we said is divide what you have on the right by the coefficient of the unknown variable, which is right now b. Okay, so 28 divided by 4 is how much? It's going to be the 7. So the answer is going to be 7.
How can we check if we're correct?
What?
How can we check if we're correct?
So you can check your answer whether it's correct or not. Taking this answer, which is 7, right? Writing it instead of b. This is called a substitution. Imagine you have given the expression 4b plus 11, right? And they are saying b is 7. Do you remember we did the substitution like this? b is given and the expression is given. You are looking for to find out what is 4b plus 11. So if it is 39 at the end, we got it correct. Okay? So if you just substitute it instead of b, you are going to have 4 multiplied by 7 plus 11, which is 28 plus 11, which gives us 39. So they also found the 39, right? So that means it is correct. Happy with this? Easy. Did you check your answer? It's correct? Correct? It's not correct. Correct it then. Okay? So now we are moving to the question 9. Basically, I took these questions from the past papers. That's why the order, like question 2, then 9, maybe because I'm going to have a question 2 again, okay? So I took these questions from past papers. This is real exam questions, okay? So going to do question 9 is, we are going to move basically 3 to the other side. Guys, I'm going to have the 5x's equals to what? 52 plus 3. So that's going to give us the 5x equals to then what?
Then divided by 5.
Tell me answer first. 55. And then x equals to 55 divided by 5, which gives you 11. So you can again check it by writing 11 instead of x on the top first equation and check if it is equal to 52 or not. It is, right? So guys, like today, basically yesterday we didn't look at the variables, unknown variables on both sides, but it's also easy. But today is basically throughout the exercises we are going to discover how to solve this sort of questions as well. Okay, that can be the hardest question in your checkpoint exam. I'm talking about 6n plus 3, okay? Yes, exactly. That can be the only hardest question, okay? So what I'm going to do to solve this, I'll do basically sort of exchange. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2n from right, write it on the left. I'm going to write 3n on the left. I mean, from left to right, move it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2n from right to move it to the left. Okay, you will see the reason. And 3n from left to the 3 actually, from left to right. Happy with this? Good. So if I do that, I'm going to have 6n is already on the left. Nothing changed with 6n. But because I'm moving 2n from right to the left, it's going to be minus 2n. Happy with this? Right? So from left and from right, bringing it to left, it's going to be minus because 2n right and positive on the right. So what about 31? Stays as it is because it's already there. All I am doing is moving 3 to the other side. It's going to be negative because it's positive on the left. So what is 6n minus 2n? 6n minus 2n will be 4n, right? Because it's just a collecting like terms. We know that 6 minus 2 will be 4 and n stays there. 6 apples, 2 apples you ate, 2 you left over, 4 apples, right? So 31 minus 3 will be 28. So the easy, right? Now after doing this step, so what is the n in my here is 28 divided by 4, which is 7. Guys, you can check this out. You can check this out by writing 7 instead of n on the both side. If you see the left equals to right, after just substitute n instead of 7 instead of n, you're gonna see if it's right. I mean left equals to right. It's okay. You got it correct. Is everything clear so far? Shana, clear. Falah, Ahmed Rashid, clear, right? If not clear, let me know. I'll explain it one more. Anyone else? Yes. Shana, clear? Yeah. Are you sure? Good job. So, question 8. We just yesterday did both of these sort of questions, right? We did this question like the first one. We did the question like the second one. B and A, right? So, A is just easy, moving 7 to the other side, yes. We're gonna have 4x is equals to 19 minus 7, which gives us 4x is equals to what? 12. Yes, 12. So the x would be then, guys, no need to always write down 12 divided by 4 and then, okay? So basically in our mind, we can 12 divided by 8 is how much? 3. X equals to 3. No, it's just like if you just write down this step and this step and find out the answer like this directly, no one going to deduct your point because you at least shown this 2 marks question. So this is 1 mark for the correct answer. 1 mark we're gonna give the solution you gave there, okay? Which is that okay.
That's how the checkpoint question.
This is checkpoint question.
But that's how they check the working and then they check the answer.
No, you don't need to do that.
Because it's 2 points.
No. What do you mean check the answer? No. It's just solve the equation. That's it.
But if it's 2 points, if you don't show working, what is it going to do?
So if you don't show working, if you don't show this part, only the answer. Look, for example, you're writing 4x plus 7 equals to 19, x equals to 3. So you're gonna get only 1 mark. Okay? Because this is the case. Maybe you look at someone else's paper and just immediately just write it there. It's also can happen. That's why deducting 1 point. If you show your solution properly, and usually at the exam there is no chance you do that with official exams, but if you just show a little bit of solutions, get the full mark, okay? So what about B part? It's going to be this 3x's minus 6 equals to 12. What did I do? I just expand the bracket. Since we already learned the expanding bracket, we are confident with this. 3 times x and 3 times negative 2. 3x minus 6 equals to 12. Now it's time to move 6 to the other side. You're going to have 3x equals to 12 plus 6. Plus 6 is very important part here, right? Because you're adding it on the right side. It's left negative on the left. So that's going to give us 3x equals to what? 18. X is how much? 6. We're going to write down 6 here and the 3 over here.
Mister, I didn't do this question.
You didn't do this question?
No, the one after.
Guys, it's very important to check your answers, please. Put a tick if it's correct. If it's not correct, sorry. Write down the correct solution there. It's very important.
Mister, how can we check the answer before giving the paper, for example? Not for just this, for example, algebraic fraction. How can we check if the answer is correct?
Well, what do you mean, like check the answer is correct? Well, look, so you can just write down solution one more or look through your solution one more to see maybe you did a mistake with the negative signs, okay? Just look at, re-look at questions. I just made up a word. Okay, one more time look at the questions if you just did it correct or not, okay? Yes? But for the equations, you can check your answer at the end by substitute it back to the original equation, okay?
If you have two
Yes, so for this question, you're going to take 7, write it instead of n over here, instead of n over here. If the left hand side equals to the right hand side after the substitution you did, that means correct. Okay? Yes?
If one of these questions has an answer, which is a fraction, you will have to convert it into a decimal.
You don't need to do that. Because it's not telling you convert your answer, write your answer as a fraction or decimal. So if you got the answer at the end decimal, through your solution, leave it like this. Or fraction, leave it like this. Because not specifically telling us to give it in this form or in this form, okay? But don't convert it into percentage, okay? Or either decimal or fraction is correct answer. Happy with this? Okay, let's do this question. Question 17, a little bit hard. It's 3 marks, that's why, okay? So what I'm going to do here is to expand the bracket on the left first. So can anyone tell me what is the answer if I expand the bracket on the left? Raise your hand if you know. Expanding bracket. Hannah? So, I'm sorry? So, good job. So, 9 minus 6x. So, for now, I'm going to keep right hand side as it is. 2x minus 11. So, happy with this? Like, what did we do? So, after expanding the bracket, as you can see, we have the variable on both sides. I have an unknown variable on the left and on the right. What I'm going to do to solve this, I'm going to collect all unknown variables to one side. It's my decision to the left or right, completely up to me. So I'm going to collect them all to the left. It's okay, okay? So what I'm going to do is moving to the 2x to the left, 2x to the left. I'm going to move 9 to the right. So 9 to the right.
But isn't it easier to just move 11 to this side so it's adding?
Yes, actually, it's okay. But I want to collect to the left. I want to make it a bit harder. Voila. Yes, so guys, I have on the left negative 6x. But don't forget this is negative 6x on the left. So I'm going to leave it as it is, negative 6x. But because I'm moving 2x to the left, it's a positive on the right. It will be minus 2x. Agree? So 11 going to be negative on the left. I mean, it's, sorry. 11 is already negative on the right. So I'm going to write negative 11. So if I'm moving 9 to the other side, it will be negative 9 because positive 9 we have here. Guys, the negative we have over here, that belongs to 6x. So that makes 6x negative, nothing to do with the 9. This negative sign over here, nothing to do with 9. Okay? So what is 6x minus 2x? 6x minus 8x. So what is negative 11 minus 9? Negative 20. So to find out the answer, guys, if I have negative on the both side, can you see that? I can ignore them. I can make them plus. Because imagine you're multiplying both sides of this equation by negative 1, or dividing both sides of this equation, the final part I'm talking about this part, by negative 1. So basically, it's actually the same as 8x equals to 20. Okay? So to find out the answer, what do I need to do is, I need to write down 20 divided by 8. So since we are grade 8, we can use fraction to divide numbers, right? So I need to simplify it also. 20 divided by 8. 10 over 4 or 5 out of 2, because I can simplify both by 4, right? So 5 out of 2, I can leave this as this one or convert it in mixed number, because I also know what's 5 out of 2 as a decimal. Half of 5.
Half of 5 is
2.5. I'm saying again, that this is also correct answer, this is also correct. Like 2.5 is we are giving, because it's easy to divide 5 by 2. Okay? Yes.
If we do the opposite, like if we move 11 to this side and then 6x to the other side.
Answer going to be the same at the end. Doesn't matter. It's also okay. So you got basically 2 1/2, right? It's also okay. Guys, you can also have, if you have an answer like 2 1/2, this is also okay. as a mixed number. Okay? So, did you get this correct or didn't you write it? Did you write, Tina? You didn't? Correct. Perfect. Sanya? You didn't write it or did you? Sanya? You got it correct? Got it correct? It's okay to say if you didn't get it correct. I'm not going to kill you, okay? Just maybe you didn't understand. I'm going to explain it again. So 17 also done. Let's go with question 3 and question 4. So to solve question 3, I'm going to expand the bracket obviously on the right. 5x minus 2 equals to. Who wants to tell the expansion of the bracket?
3x plus
3x plus?
plus 12.
Plus 12. I heard you said 7. Okay. So then I'm going to move 3x to the left, negative 2 to the right. That's going to give us 5x minus 3x equals to 12 plus 2. Guys, the moving left, right, is everything okay with this? So it's 3x on the right positive, I move it to the left, it's negative now. And 12 on the right positive stays as it is, but moving 2 to the other side, negative on the left will be positive, plus 2 on the left, on the right. 5x minus 3x gives us 2x's, yes? And equals to 14, 12 plus 2. So x gonna give us what? 7. 14 divided by 2. Oh, guys. Oh, probably somewhere here we need to write 7, okay? So for question 4, we're gonna, that's the last question from the past papers I collected, okay? I collected these questions from 5 past papers or 6 past papers, I guess, maybe more, okay? So this time, I'm gonna do it a little bit different because I'm just afraid you're going to make a mistake with the negative signs at the end. So what I'm going to do is move 2 to the left, but 3x, negative 3x to the right. Okay?
This is not negative.
What's negative? Negative 3x.
Miss, the answer is going to be
Adam, come here please. So if I move 2 to the left, so 17 is already there, it's going to be minus 2. And 3x, negative 3x to the right, it's going to be this 3x's. Happy with this? Happy with this? Any question, Albara? Ahmed Rashid?
the answer.
Ahmed?
What's the answer?
I just barely remember your name. Any question? No. So 15 then equals to 3x. Guys, you can find x directly from this 15 equals to 3x. Or if you're having a problem, just you need to flip it as 3x equals to 15. Now you can easily see x supposed to be what? 5. So x is 5. I'm going to write down the 5 over here. Happy with this? Good. So now it's time to solve the question 1.
Oh my god.
Okay, it's easy.
Easy, but it's not.
So you don't have to have
Easy.
the right
The question is.
What?
You don't have to write the solution for this.
Question 1.
So the question 1 is easy, just to know.
Actually, it's better to write down the solution for all. Okay? But you didn't write it, I guess.
Tell me 2 pages to finish the whole first.
I'm not editing video.
This is going to send the video to the classroom.
No. I'm going to post it on YouTube, but I'm not going to edit anything. Even they're hating I'm not going to edit anything. Okay, question 1. Well, we can solve this so quickly, right? The W plus 5 equals 7. That means W is 2. C plus 2 equals to 10. C is
8. C8.
A minus 1 equals to 6. AV is going to be
A7.
7. John, don't say that please. X minus 4 equals to 5. X is I said don't say that. X plus 4 equals to 13. X is, let me ask one by one. Sania, X equals to 9. W, 3W is equals to 12. Ayla, W will be, so 2x equals to 18. I don't remember your name, sorry. Fatima. Okay, Fatima, 2x equals to 18. X will be? Perfect. W divided by 2 equals to 6. Zainab's. W would be? 12? Age, I'm talking about age. 12. The girls behind, okay. Your name please first. Amina. X divided by 4 equals to 7. X is? Perfect. Y, 5y is equals to 30. 6. X plus 10 equals to 40. X is? No, you. X plus 10 equals to 40. X is? 100? What? 30. 30 plus 10 is 40, right? Tina, 2x equals to 34. X is? Perfect. X minus 9 equals to 7. Haya. X is? Perfect. M over 6 equals to 8. M is? 42. 49. 6 times 8 is how much? 48. W minus 15 equals to 35. W, Yosha. 50. X over 10 equals to 5. Adam, X is? X is what? 50 also? Okay. So now, John, X over 2 equals to 6. X is? 12. W over 3 equals to 1. W is? Afala. W over 3 equals to 1. W is? Don't say that. John, don't say that, okay? We're just, okay. To solve this, Fala, you're going to write down 1 under 1, make both fraction, and use cross multiplication we just said yesterday. So you're going to multiply W by 1, it's going to be W. So 3 by 3, it's going to be 3. So basically W is supposed to be 3. 3 divided by 3 is only gives you 1.
Can we do it the other way, like we change 3 to the others and multiply by 1?
Exactly. A divided by 4 equals to 10. It's going to be 40. W over 8 equals to 7. Albara. 56. X over 10 equals 23. I forgot the name, sorry. Hamad. X over 10 equals 23. X is? X over 10 equals 23. X is? Hamad. Did you write this question? You didn't? But why you not telling you didn't write it? Okay. Ahmed Ali Imran. 230. How did you find it?
I did x 10 times 23 and
X equals to 10 times 23. Okay. Yes. Well, the C, like 45. So against Sana, T 18. 110.
No, she's saying 210.
210. Y over 3 equals to 1.5. Y would be 4.5. X over 4 equals to 1.6. X will be 6.4. Are we sure?
Yes.
I think 4.8.
No, it's 6.4 because you multiply it by 4.
Oh, yes, sorry. 6.4. Oh my god. X equals to 8 times 2.5. Basically, yes, hello? What's the answer? 22?
20, she says.
16, 20, yes. X over 4 equals to negative 3, x will be negative 12. X over 6 equals to negative 12, x will be negative 72. So what about question 2? So how are we going to do that? Like the first questions over there and on the top, it's easy questions. But this is also easy, but you need to do a little bit just basic calculation, then multiply, right? So I'm going to write down the first one, which is x over 4 plus 1 equals to 9. That's going to give us x over 4 equals to. So I need to move 1 to the other side first. 9 minus 1 will be 8. Now you can say x over 4 equals to 8. X going to give us 32. Yes? Yes. So we're going to continue now. Again, the same pattern. X over 2 minus 5 equals to 9. Girls? Yes. X over 2 minus 5 equals to 9. So that means x over 2 equals to, first what? Yes? You. Yes, you. X equals to first 14. So the x over 2 equals to 14. Then x equals to 28. Yes? So, Tina, w over 5 first equals to what? I mean, w over 5 equals to 1 because you move to first, okay? W will be 5. So, Haya, first equals to move to the other side. 9, then x equals to 72, yes. So, Adam, m over 3 equals to 4, m equals to 12. X over 6 equals to
x over 6 equals to 2 minus 7.
which is negative 5, right? X would be
Negative 30.
negative 30. K over 4 equals to, Fala, move 5 to the other side. Negative 6 minus 5. What's negative 6 minus 5? Negative 6 minus 5. It is negative 11. Negative 11. K over 4 equals to negative 11. K would be, Fala, 44. But it's negative 11. Negative 44, right? Okay. So, and the last one, Albara, x over 6 equals to minus 7? Minus 6, right? Because it's going to be plus 6 2 over here, that gives us minus 6. So that means x equals to? No, multiply. Minus 36, yes? Okay. So guys, the next part is, you remember in the last slide, we just made equation, we derived the equation and solved the equation for some variable. Here we also going to, for these two questions.
Last year we didn't do this type of question.
What?
Last year we didn't do this type of question.
Didn't do this type of questions. We are going to derive the equation and solve the equation. So first it says, I think of a number, multiply number by 3, then add 5. The answer is 29. So basically, think of a number we don't know. Let's take it x. So multiply x by 3, then add 5, equals to 29. So 29. So as you can see, we just made a linear simple equation. So it's just form the equation in terms of x. It's just as 3x plus 5 equals to 29. Happy with this? Yes? Good job. What about solve the equation to find that original number that I think of it? Okay? It's going to be then 3x equals to 29 minus 5. Yes? So then the 3x will be 24. Okay, so the axis is 8. So that means I solved about 8, number 8. Did you get this correct? Yes, John. Second one? No, I'm moving this. Okay. I sing a number. I multiply number by 5, then subtract the 2. So basically, 5x multiplied, right, minus 2 equals to 58. And the answer is 58. So solve this equation. 5x minus 2 equals to 58. I'm going to write down the 5x equals to 58 plus 2. So that gives us the 5x equals to 60. So the x will be 12. So can you check answers? So now it's time for me to look at your homeworks. Homework.